in data interpretation, we get different types of problems. Okay. And whatever that we do here in this particular section, it is basically based upon only the arithmetic operations. We don't come across any kind of formula here, any kind of algebra, but we depend solely upon the arithmetic operations. In arithmetic operations, basically the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, and upon that the percentage, average and ratio. Okay, percentage, average and ratio. So these are the applications that we are going to adopt in data interpretation. As usual, what is this? What is data? What is interpretation? What is data? Very good. Data is any sort of information. Yeah, this can be in any type information. Interpretation. Interpretation. Interpret. Interpretation. Interpreting a story, interpreting a paragraph, interpreting a poem, interpreting a news article. What do you mean by this? My interpretation of this particular sentence is this. My interpretation of this particular article is this. Very good. It is understanding. So what do you understand by this? Or what meaning you do get out of this? So this is what the understanding. So basically data interpretation is what do you understand by the data or the information given here. What do you understand? Okay. Information in the world, it is in different forms, right? In different forms. One information can be purely based upon non-verbal communication, yes or no? This is one information, right? This is information, right? Then, whatever that we speak in terms of verbal communication, that is also an information. For example, my class, okay, whatever that I am teaching, it is an information, yes or no? Whatever that we write and whatever that we read in terms of the sentences or in the paragraphs, isn't it an information? Isn't it an information? Reading comprehension we get, yes? So again, comprehending means what? What do you understand by that? Reading comprehension, like what do you understand by that? What do you understand that by that paragraph? They don't ask you the factual question. They don't ask you, like fill in the blanks in those things. What do you comprehend by this particular article or by this particular paragraph? That is what they ask. Yes or no? Yes. Then, when it comes to the other forms of information, we can get the information in a tabular form, in a table, right? For example, in our schools, you might have seen this one, this table. What is this table on the right hand side? Yeah, boys, girls and total, present, absent and total. You get these many boxes, right? You get these many boxes there? Yes. So this is the basic table that we have seen in our schools. Yeah. You don't have to study data interpretation for this one. Yes. So why can't we write in the board that number of boys present equal to 45. Number of girls present equal to 57. Number of boys absent equal to 3. Number of girls absent is equal to 2. Why don't we write like this? Why do we give it in a tabular format? Why do we represent in tabular format? We cannot, I can construct a sentence over it, right? Today's report card on the attendance. I can give 3 to 4 paragraphs, right? So why do we give in this format? Why in tabular format? Simplified, and it takes less time to interpret. Yes or no? It takes less time. So that is why instead of giving information in terms of some statements or in terms of some, let's say, paragraphs, people give the information in terms of tables. Information in terms of tables. Just by seeing that table, you will understand. For example, you might have gone through economic survey. In economic survey, every page has one or the other table. Yes or no? So each table is a representative of few things. And just before the examination, like it was our general practice that we'll see only those tables. If you can't read the entire economic survey and budget, simply you look at the tables. Okay, with respect to foreign exchange, with respect to, let's say, the import and export, with respect to maybe the, what you can say, the production of different cereals and pulses. Just see the table, you will understand something and you will go to the examination. Or you underline few things there and you go to the examination. So these are very easy to comprehend. Easy to comprehend, and the time required for understanding these things is very less compared to the sentence formation. Yes or no? So that is why people give you what? The tabular format. And every civil servant should have this acumen or should have the skill to read the tables very quickly. Very quickly in the sense they should be able to interpret whatever that is given in the table. Understood? So that is why this aptitude is kept for civil service examination. People would tell, like, why do we need all these things? Like aptitude, all these tables, all these skills with respect to calculation. Why? Because you do whatever work, or you are put into any department, you are given any responsibility, all these will boil down to few numbers at the end of the day. Yes or no? Beneficiaries, how many, how much amount is spent, okay, how much amount is left, how much is required more, all that thing. Yeah, so everything boils down to what? These tables, these, like some data in terms of table or chart or graph or something, and you need to interpret with that. And sometimes just by seeing those data, you will make up your the understanding, and finally the decision making will become very easy if you have the support of all these data. Yes or no? If somebody gives you a report in terms of some paragraphs, you will just keep it aside. We'll just keep it aside because it will take huge time to read it. If somebody gives you in terms of some data, this much this, in a very well organized way, it will take less time to take a decision. Yes or no? So that is why we use different types of data in terms of table, and next in terms of charts. So table you understood, like depending upon what dimensions we have. In this one, we have one dimension, that is gender, boys and girls. Another dimension is what? Present and absent. So finally, these 4 boxes are very important for us. These 4 boxes are very important for us. Total number of boys, these many. Total number of girls, these many. Total present, these many. And total absent, these many. And this is the grand total. Yes or no? Yeah. So basically, these 4 things are very important. So similarly, I'll show you few more tables, or I'll try to construct few more tables. I'll take rural area and urban area. Rural area and urban area. Then I'll take the male population and female population. So basically, if I want to enumerate only the number of males and females in rural area and urban area, how many boxes I need? Here, one dimension, like 2 divisions. Here, one dimension, 2 divisions. So I need how many? 4. Okay. Upon this, I want to make one more category, that is of graduates and postgraduates. Getting my point? Males, females is one dimension. Rural, urban is another dimension. Another dimension I am giving now is graduate and postgraduate. So how many boxes I need? 8 or 6? Sure. Because in every rural male, you have to divide. In every rural female, you have to divide. In every urban males, you have to divide. In every urban females, you have to divide. So basically, like if you construct these four initially, then what would happen? In each category, you will take the undergraduates and postgraduates, and here undergraduates and postgraduates. For them also, you will create the division. So in this male-female division, what you will do? You will again divide into UG and PG. So how many boxes we have now? 8 boxes. And when it comes to total, don't treat them as a separate boxes. When you come across total, it depends. Now if I count only this one, this will give me the idea about the undergraduate males. Here postgraduate males. Here undergraduate female and postgraduate female. And here if I take the total, this is total rural population and this is total urban population, and in them we are dividing undergraduates and postgraduates. So it depends like how many dimensions you have in a table. So number of the dimensions, more number of the boxes. Understood? Yes. So like that, in our examination we get tables. So this is the first format of the data representation. First format of data representation, that is in terms of tables. Understood? So what they will ask, let's say we fill this randomly like 10, 15, 23, 41, here let's say 22, 43, 18, and here let's say 27. They will give what? They will give some questions like what is the total rural population? In that case, you will add all this. They will ask how many male undergraduates are there? How many female postgraduates are there? Now, this is with respect to addition. They may ask in rural male population, what is the difference between the undergraduates and postgraduates? So that is difference. And then they might ask you, what is the ratio of male postgraduates and female postgraduates? So we'll make the total here and this total and we will put the ratio. And they might ask, what percentage of the total female, females, or what percentage of total females is the percentage of postgraduate rural women? Among all females, what is the percentage of postgraduate rural females? Then what we'll do? We'll take the sum of this and take in the denominator and take this 41 in the numerator. Let's say this is 23 plus 41, 64 plus 18, 54 plus 18, 72 plus 99. For this, we find out the percentage. Only thing, you have to have good amount of time when you are dealing with these questions. Okay. Just to analyze the table, you would require around a minute. To analyze the table, you would require a minute. If 2 or 3 questions attached to each table, then it is very beneficial, because Within half a minute, you can solve the question. Within half a minute, you can solve the question. Just you need to analyze the table very well. Then you have to carry forward. Understand? So let us look into some of the questions associated with tables. Then we'll move on to the other aspects like charts. Okay, fine. It's not there. Handout. Idea. A survey of film watching habits of people living in 5 cities, P, Q, R, S, and T, is summarized below in the table. The column 1 in the table gives percentage of film watchers in each city who see only one film a week. So, what does this column denote? Percentage of the people of that particular city who see only one film per week. So what does this mean? City P has 60% of such people. 60%. For example, in this city, if the population was 1 lakh, what would have been the number of people who watch only one movie? 60% of 1 lakh, 60,000. So similarly, for example, this 20% of the entire population. If the population is, let's say, 50,000 in the city Q, the population is 50,000, let's say. So what is the percentage? 20% of the people will see what? Single movie, only one movie. So what is the population of the people who see only one movie in city Q? 20% of 50,000, no? I had given 50,000, right? So 20% of 50,000 is around 10,000. Done? So that is how you have to interpret this one. Then coming to the column 2. The column 2 gives the total number of film watchers. Column 2 will gives the total number of film watchers who see 2 or more films per week. So what about these people? Is this the percentage? Percentage, usually it is below, right? Part of the population is film watchers. I mean, like either this or this is part of the population. Yes. So this is absolute number. This is an absolute number. This is just the percentage. Getting my point? For making the things very easier, they would have given this column 1 and column 2 in one unit. Maybe both are percentages or both are absolute numbers. But just to make the process complicated, they have given the percentage in column 1 and the absolute number in the column 2. That is where the problem becomes complicated. Okay. Then what other things they have given? People in all cities watch at least one film in a week. What do you mean by that? At least one film they will watch. First column is giving what? The people who watch only one movie. Second column gives what? The people who watch 2 or more movies. What does that mean? See, in this bracket something is given. With this, what clue you will get? Yeah, people watch 1 or more films. Okay, that is okay. That is a smaller interpretation. Other interpretation. They are talking about population of a city. Column 1 speaks about the people who watch only one movie. Column 2 tells about the people who watch 2 or more movies. What do you mean by this? Whatever that is given in the bracket. Exactly. When you take the absolute number of column 1 and the absolute number of column 2, it gives you what? The entire population. There are no people who don't watch movies. Every one of them watch movies. That is the understanding. Every person in these cities watch movies. Yes, few people only one, few people two or more. That means one or more movies are seen by every person in those cities. So this might be, like, these might be cities in Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, like, very fond of movies. Yes or no? That is why they have temples for actors. Yes or no? Yes. So very fond of movies, especially Tamil Nadu. Yeah. And that is how even their production houses or the cinematography or the story writers, like, it is a big industry when you compare to our sandalwood. Yeah. Next, when it comes to original, like original stories, or, like the social issues, or the music, or the cinematography, everything. Even you take Malayalam, very much based upon what? Social issues. But except the movies of Mohanlal and Mammootty, like, most of them are, like, they are not commercial movies. Very simple, this thing, but they connect every dot. Next thing is Andhra. So everything based upon love. Everything connected to love. College, mobile, email, like, everything connected to love. Even, like, the love will happen in the cradle only. Then next is our Kannada industry. We copy from everyone. Then we make our films. There are exceptions. But these years, that too, since last 5-6 years, we are seeing some exceptions. 10 commercial movies, 1 exceptional movie. So that is where we are. Because we have everything here. We have everything here in the sense, like, we are most laziest people on the earth. Seriously, Karnataka people, I'll tell you, like, most laziest people on the earth. We have better opportunities here. Simply, you do what? You finish your graduation, come to Bangalore. You will get one or the other thing. That's it. But you see, other people, they go everywhere. Everywhere. Not only in India. Across globe, you will see people. You go to Southeast Asia. You see the people from Tamil Nadu who are making their livelihoods there. Yeah. So Southeast part of India, so Southeast part of Asia they are going. Then you take Keralites, Southwest. They will go to Southwest. They will go to Gulf. Most of them are in Gulf. Yes or no? Then come to the middle part. Come to the northwest part. Punjab. Canada. Then you come to UP and Bihar. You will see across the globe. Karnataka people, you will not find beyond the boundary of Karnataka. Because food set agalla, weather set agalla. This is what we tell you, like, it is because we always want to be in a comfortable zone. Always comfy. Yes or no? When we had been to Delhi, that was a big thing. You will see everyone there. Like, Tamil Nadu people are running their hotels. Andhra people, one or the other way, they are involved in one or the other business. Even, like, Keralites are there. But Karnataka you will not find. Only as customers you will find. Even here also in Karnataka, we are customers only. If you go to hospitals are, getting the investment from Andhra Pradesh. Then the management, internal operationals are done by Tamil Nadu people. And nurses are from Kerala. Okay, only patients are from Karnataka. And this is the general observation that I have made. Anyways, let us not go to all these aspects. Let us solve this question. Now, see, this is 60%. Column 1, this is telling 60% of city P watch single movie So what do you mean by this? This is 40%, right? If this is 60%, this absolute number is 40%, right? Yes or no? Then if this is 20%, this is 80%. If this is 85%, if this is 55%, this is 75%, so this is 25%. I'm not asking you to write all these things in the beginning, but I'm giving an idea because it might waste your time unnecessarily. Okay, you don't have to write all these things, but this is the understanding. Now what they are asking, how many film watchers in city are? In city are, how many film watchers see only one film in a week? How many? 85%. But how do you get the number? This is just what? This is just percentage. But we have the clue here. If 15% is 24,000, or I'll write 24K. If 15% is 24K, then what about 85%? Can we put ratio and proportion and get the answer? If 15% is 24K, then what about 85%? Put in this, put it in ratio and proportion, do the cross multiplication. So this percentage mark is nothing but 85% into 24K, or simply write 24 divided by 15. So 5 3s are 5 17s are. Then 3 1s are 3 8s are. 17 into 8, 136. These many thousands. 136K. That means 1,36,000 are the people who watch only one movie in city R. Is that okay? Some people do this mistake. Just by knowing this 24,000 is 15%, they will find 100% first. Then they will find 85%. That is simply waste of time, I'm telling you. Okay. So if 15% is 24,000, what is 100%? So they will get the answer as 1,60,000. But that is, like the extra step or simply waste of time. Okay. So better you do like this. If 15% is 24K, then what is 85%? Done? No problem. Next. You have parked on the right side, right? I mean, like proper side. Today is 5th. So you are supposed to park on that part. Your vehicles. Your vehicles are parked on that side, no? Towards park. Don't know. Okay, you don't have vehicle. Very good. Which city has the highest number of film watchers who see only one film in a week? Which city has highest number of film watchers who see only one film in a week? How did you decide? How did you decide? For that, you have to find out the number of each thing, no? You have to find out the number of each thing, right? Here. Yes or no? But is it advisable to find out the number of each city? Because it will take time, right? It is only one question. You are not supposed to calculate, like 5, 6 figures here. Yes or no? Then how do you analyze? How do you analyze? They are asking about what? Which city? They are asking which city has the highest number of film watchers who see only one film. Now look at the percentages. Look at the percentages. In these things only, let us not worry about the like absolute number. Let us see like which are the cities which are having less number of people. Look at this 20%. First, you should try to discard. One by one, you should try to discard rather than selecting. Better discard one by one. See this 20%. If this is 20%, it should be 80%. But 80% is just 30,000. 80% is just 30,000. All other cities, yeah. So if this is 80% and 30,000, what about 20%? It will be 1/4 of this one. If 80% is 30,000, then 20% would be around 7,500. Look at other numbers. See, here 60%, here 85%, 55%, and 75%. Now come to this. 20% is ruled out, no? Compared to all other cities, this has less. Yes or no? Then come to this one. This is lesser, no? 55%. This is what? 45%. So somewhere, if this is 45% and this is 55%, somewhere we'll get the answer more than 30,000. More than 30,000? Yes or no? More than 30,000. That is the idea. You don't have to calculate. Just you have to realize. Now, come to this 60. 40% is what? 24,000. 40% is 24,000. What is here? 60,000. Another half. If 40% is 24,000, another half of it, 20%, no? So it will be around 36K. 36K. This is more than 30K. We have not calculated it. And this is 36K. These are close contenders. Then here, 24,000 is what? And you should remember also, in the previous problem, what we have found out? R, no? What was that? 1,36,000. That means 136K. When this has 1,36,000, these are not the options at all. Or no? So you should have some short-term memory also. Yes, 1,36,000 we have calculated in the previous problem only. That you have to remember. Yes or no? Then now it is the competition only between these two. These three are gone. Now the competition is between city R and T. Now look at this one. This is how much? 25,000. This is 25,000. And this is 75%. Sorry, this is 25% and this is 75%. So if you take this as 80,000, if you take this as 80,000, so what should be the count of this? 3 times, yes. So 25% is 80,000. So 3 times of that is 2,40,000, or that is 240K. This is also gone. So what is the answer? T is the answer, right? Yes. See, every time you cannot calculate the absolute number. You should do comparison. Whenever they are asking which city is high, which city is lowest, in that case, you should be comparing between two. Defeat one, select one, again, compete that one with the another. Okay, that is how you should be doing it. At a time, if you want to find out the absolute number of all the cities, it will get time consuming. So let us compare two and get the winner out of that and take that winner to the, again, next competitor. Done? Okay. These are more time consuming, I am telling you. You should understand the value of the marks and you should understand how much time you can give to this one. For example, one data interpretation. If they attach 3 questions, you can afford 4.5 minutes for that question. You should be, gauging that one. Okay, in 4.5, I am getting 3 questions correct. So is it a good risk or not? So that you have to decide. Done? Next. A city with the lowest number of film watchers. See, already we have calculated roughly all the numbers we have calculated. So which city has the highest number of moviegoers or film watchers? Sorry, lowest. So 7.5K here, 30K here. Totally how much? 37,500. Yes? You need to compare even now, because in the previous two problems, we have done almost all the groundwork required for the third question. That we have to remember. Again, you should not rub everything and start the calculation again in data interpretation. I am telling you. Whatever the column or whatever the row you have already calculated, keep it there. Keep it there. Don't erase it. It will be of use in the next few problems. Getting my point? Yes? And trust me, in the examination hall, you cannot use pencil for everything, because you will be using black ball pen in the examination for bubbling. Yes? You will waste time if you search for any pencil in the examination. It will be simply, sometimes even the benches will not be accommodative to keep your pens also. Maybe you will have to hold your pen and write like this. So better you practice with the black pen only. Only one pen in the entire prelims paper. And try to work out in the space that is provided around the problem only. Not in the rough sheet. If you are going to the rough sheet, trust me, simply it will demotivate your morale. I mean, like, it will kill 15 minutes unknowingly if you go to the rough sheets. Or what you can do, you tear the rough sheet. With some margin, tear the rough sheet and keep next to you. Not at the end. Getting my point? Because every time we will roll over, it will kill time. It is simply like demoralizing thing. Yeah. Then, next. The highest number of film watchers in any given city. Here 2,40,000 in the first column. In the second column 80,000. Total is how much? 3,20,000. Not even comparable to any other city. So 3,20,000 is the answer. That is the city T. Yes. Next. The total number of film watchers in the 5 cities who see only one film in a week. The total number of all film watchers in the 5 cities who see only one film in a week. So you have to calculate this. Now it is inevitable for you to write all the boxes. Fill all the boxes with absolute number. Yes? Inevitable now. Yeah. But already in the previous problems we have calculated, except this one. 240K is pakka, 136K is pakka, 7.5K is pakka, and 36K is pakka. Except this one. Now, for that we have to calculate. If 45,000 is 27,000, 45% is 27,000. If 45% is 27,000, then 55% is how much? So do cross multiplication. So 55% into 27,000 divided by 45, 9 5s are and 9 3s are. 5 1s are, 5 11s are. 11 into 3 is 33. So here S has 33,000 people who watch only one movie. Now calculate. 240 plus 33, 273. Plus 136, that is 409. Then 409 plus 36, 445, 4,45,000 plus 7.5, 4,52,500. Correct? But trust me, such problems where we are calculating or where we are doing the sum and you have to have the individual boxes filled, then sum. You should be mindful of this question, like how much time it will take. Do you have all the boxes filled? That you have to see. 4 boxes are filled, 1 more box is left. If you do that one, it is easy, and again, you have to finish up the problem within a minute. Because for interpreting, already you have wasted a bit of time. So, for each question, like you cannot spend more than 1 minute here. Yes? Done? Is it difficult? No, right? So, I have picked up moderate level of questions in data interpretation. Moderate level of questions. Okay? Not too simple, not too tough. Okay? Next. A table given here shows the production of 5 types of cars by a company from the year 1989 to 1994. Okay, production of cars by a company. And these are the types. These are the types of cars. One car company, but types. Type P, type Q, type R, type S, and type T. Yes? Then, what all are these? Number of years. I mean, the years. 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. How many years? How many years? 6 years, right? Then, how many types of cars? 5. So, totally, how many boxes you should have? 5 into 6, 30. Don't consider this total as, like the data. Okay, data are these. And this is total, this is the derivation. That is, like you have clubbed all these things and written here. So, these are the what? These are the productions of 5 types of cars by a company. One company, 5 types across 6 years. So, totally we have 30 data. Done? Just spend few seconds on this one. Yeah, 6 years, 5 this one, and the total for every column and row is given, and finally the grand total is also given. That is 476. Grand total is also given. Done? Can we jump on to the questions? Yes? Yeah. In which year the production of cars of all types, so we are targeting a year in which the production of all types taken together was approximately equal to the average of the total production during the period. They are asking us to find the average of the total production across the years. Total production across the years. Okay. If you take this chart, if you take this table, this is the overall production in 6 years. No? Overall production in 6 years is how much? 476. Yes. So, what is the yearly average? Yearly average of production. Divide by 6 or 5. Because we are finding the yearly average. When we are finding the yearly average, we have to divide the given number by number of years. That is 6. So what it is? 476 divided by 6. Is it close to 480? Is it close to 480? Yes or no? So somewhere close to 80. But if you take the exact number, it is 79.33. Average production, that means every year around 80 cars have been produced. Every year across all the types, 80 cars have been produced. Yeah. Now they are asking, in which year the total number, in which year? This or this or this or this or this or this. The total production was close to the average. Average is what here? Somewhere 79.33 or close to 80. So which year is more closer to this one? This number 80. That means year 1993. The year 1993. Is that okay? Fine. No issues. Only thing, the average. If this column and if this row was not given, only these many data were given, it would have been difficult, right? First you have to do the horizontal sum, then vertical sum. Or first vertical sum, then the horizontal sum. Trust me, it would take more than 1.5 minutes. Then you have to understand. Since the total is given by themselves, then it is very easy. Job of like half a minute. But if you want to calculate this horizontal sum and vertical sums, it will take time. But whenever you make the horizontal sum and vertical sum, please note that down on the table itself. Because you don't know where you will get the utility of them in the like next few questions. Yes, don't keep it in mind right there, because it is going to help you in the next few questions. Yes, next. So answer is what? In which year the total production of cars of type P and Q together was equal to the total production of cars of type R and S together? P and Q together. Which year? 93. How many totally? 33. It is equivalent to the sum of R and S in which year? You have to mark R and S. 21 plus 4, 25, 17 plus 6, 23, 16 plus 10, 26, 15 plus 16, 31. Then 13 plus 20. Correct? Yeah. But you should not be blind about this. You have to do about the other. This one also 8, 31, 39. So year 1993 is the thing. None of these can be answered, no? Yes? Yeah. Next. During the period 1989 to 94, how many years? 6 or 5? From 89 to 94. So 6 years. You have to count both the extremes. So 6 years. Yeah. In which type of cars was continuous increase in production? So you have to look at the graph and there has to be a continuous what? Continuous increase. Look at P. Raise, dip. You have to stop looking for P. Then dip, stop. Then dip, stop. Raise, 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 raise and raise. For what? S. That is the answer, but again you have to check for T also. There is a dip. So S is the answer. See, when they say raise, it should always be raise. Even equal to will not qualify. Even equal to will not qualify. It is always the raise. Yes or no? Even equal to is not going to qualify for this question. Yes? Done? Yes is the answer. The production of which type of cars was 25% of the total production of all types of cars during 1993. During 1993, what is the total production? And they want a type of car in which 1/4 of the total cars were produced. So 1/4 of 80 is 20. So which type? S type again. The percent increase in total production of all types of cars in 1992 to that in 1991 was the percentage increase they are asking of the total production. So basically focus on the last row because that is the total production of each year. From 91 to 92 you have to see in 1991 what was the total? 75. Then what is the total in 1992? 90. So what is the percentage increase? I am not going to answer this. What is the percentage increase? I am not going to solve this one. I want answer from you. Let me see. In year 1991, the production was 75. In 1992, the production is 90. So what is the percentage increase? If you are not able to solve this one, I am going to walk out of the class. Everyone, how much is the percentage? How you are going to calculate? What was the production in the previous year? 75. What is the production in the next year? 90. What is the increase? 15 on the base of what? 15 on the base of? What will come in the denominator? 75 or 90? 75 in the denominator. In the numerator? 15. So fraction is what? Fraction is what? 15 by? What is the fraction? 15 by 75 or 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is what percentage? Simple. 75 to 90. Increase is 15. On the basis of 75, always you have to take the previous year's total. 15 by 75 is nothing but 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is nothing but 20%. Yes? 1 by 5 is nothing but 20%. So 20% of 75 is 15. 75 plus 15 is equal to 90. Done? Yeah? Here, already the trench has been made for you. 15. 75, 90. Done. No, 15 increase. 50% of the people will fall here in this 15. Okay. Next question. Next is about this charting. Charting. Charts. Tabular format, like whatever that you see in the boxes, in the rows and columns, the number is written there. The number is written. Okay. So one more level of representing the data is through charts. In this one, we get two types of charts. One is the bar chart and another one is line chart. Bar chart and line chart. Okay. So bar chart and line chart are almost the same. Bar chart and line chart are almost the same. In bar, what do you get? In bar, what do you get? Some khamba. Yeah. There is some pillars. Somebody told why na? So this is one bar. So this is one pillar or one khamba, whatever you call. So this is how people remember, Like in bar chart, you will get khamba. Okay. Maybe the next khamba is this much. Next khamba is, let's say, this much. And there can be a gap, no gap, it doesn't matter. Okay. And when do you connect the head of the top, or like the middle of the top, middle of the top, if they are joined by lines, these are called as line chart. Both are same. In bar chart, you have pillars, yep. But in line chart, you have just tar. This is just like our electric wire, how that will be going. Yes, both are same thing, because this is representing some data, some value here. Either you take this bar or this pillar or this top of the pillar. It is all the same. Let's say these are the runs scored by a batsman. These are the runs scored by a batsman. Let's say we'll divide these like this. Okay, this starts from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. So these are the runs scored by a batsman in, let's say, last 6 innings. 6 innings. When I erase all these bars and keep only this one, this is also a representation. This is also a representation. And this is what? Instead of giving like the batsman score, and here year wise, or like say innings wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and they will give the, instead of this, they are giving the chart like this, because this is more illustrative compared to this. Yes or no? This is more illustrative compared to this, because you can overall see the performance of a batsman. So here the performance of the batsman is what? It is fluctuating. It is fluctuating. Sometimes 60, 40, 50, then suddenly 20, then around 70, like that. Yeah. Then here what all are the possibilities? What all are the possibilities? They might ask you the total. Across all these innings, how much is the total? Second thing, they might ask you the average. Or they might ask you the percentage. What percentage of runs of the total 6 innings are scored in the last innings? So that might be a question. Or there might be a comparison between 2 innings. Yes or no? Then there can be the questions like, in how many innings he has scored more than average? Then we have to find out the average. Mark the average somewhere here. How many times he has scored more than average? Yeah, we have to find out like how many times more than average. Yeah, so this is what is asked. And this is one person, that is one batsman in so many innings. If they give 2 batsmen, then we have to mark like this. Maybe this chart is for the first person and this chart is for the second person. This, like shaded one. So this is batsman 1 and this is batsman 2, and maybe this is the total number of scores, or like the first innings, second innings again here, like that. So 2 batsmen, 4 innings, we have data. So here they might compare two batsmen. Who is better in terms of average? Who is better in terms of total number of runs? Who is better in terms of the consistency? Like that, they are going to ask you the questions. Okay. Other chances in line chart. Let's say for one batsman, I have marked like this. For another batsman, I have to mark. Maybe I'll start from here. Here you have to change the style of the chart. Maybe I'll go ahead with the dashed lines. Okay, this is one. Then so these are two different line charts of two different batsmen. Maybe this is batsman 1 and this is batsman 2. They might ask you to compare between those two batsmen. Okay, and here maybe I'll take these as the total runs of them across so many years. This is 2017, this is 2018, and this is 2019, and this is, let's say, 2020, and this is 2021, and this is, let's say, 2022. Like this, year-wise also I can compare them. And there are some charts, which you can say like the composite or mixed. Let's say here not everything with cricket only. Here, let's say serials production, not TV serials, food grains. Yeah, cereal production. And here, let's say by year 2017, 2018, 19, 20, and let's say 21. Food grain production, let's say total food grain production of India is this much. Okay, so this is in some metric ton. Okay, then the next year, the production was this much. Next year, this is total production. Then in this, I will again divide, let's say, the wheat, then rice, then I'll say pulses. For wheat, I will just keep the blank. For rice, I will keep the shaded portion. And for pulses, I'll put the dots. Okay, so I can divide like this, right? So this is blank. Then these are the second ones. And these are dotted ones. Yes. So these give idea about what? The total production. If you look at the whole number of bars. Then if you look at only this one, you will get the production of wheat. Then this is production of rice, and this is production of pulses. On this basis also, you might be asked few questions. So like this, you should be able to understand the table, understand the bar graph or the line graph basically. Okay. And whenever they give different compositions, they have to give the different markings. And especially our paper is printed in black and white. So they have to give in black and white, and they will change the notations, like maybe the dotted lines like this, or some demarcations like this, or if they give the continuous lines only for this also, maybe they will change. Here they will mark triangle. And for this, maybe they will mark as squares. So some difference in marking they will definitely put. But we have to be extra careful here, because numbers are not misleading. Numbers. You will see the absolute number, you will write it in the paper. In the table format, you will see the number and you will write it in the calculation. But here in this bar chart and line chart, we have to see first which year. Then go to that particular spot, keep one finger, then take this thing. And if the people are having power, for them it becomes difficult, because sometimes the notations what they have marked, you will not be able to realize whether this is a triangle or square sometimes. Yeah, whether dotted line or the dashed lines, you will not be able to recognize. That is why before any examination, make sure that you have got the prescription, like the latest prescription. Understand? Otherwise it might cost you. Yeah, because we are having the paper in black and white. No, if this was a color paper, then it would have been a different thing. Yeah, so make sure that you understand everything in this chart. And for every reading, you have to keep one, one finger over it. For example, here 2018 rice, 2018 come, keep a finger, then go to rice. So read this much and read what are the values here. There will be some values attached here, no? Read the values properly. Sometimes, like all the values they give will not be exactly coinciding with the standards what they have given. Sometimes it will be in between this. This is 10 and this is 20. You have to take it as 15. Usually you go for the middle of it. There are very less chances that they will divide this gap of 10 with some other number. They cannot give 3 different values in this range. They can give 10, after that 15, then after that maybe 20. Understand? Or the chart itself is like too huge. For example, here we started with 10 and here it is 20. And just above this one. What does it appear? It is between 10 and 20. What value that might be? See, if it was closer to middle, I would have said it is 15. It is not closer to middle. So what value you will take? See, you can take 11 or 12, but it is too big for 11. If you can see, it is closer to 12. And also, you try to make sense, like the gap is 10, no? 10 can be divided by what? Either 2 or? So try to take in that manner only. Okay, if it is 10 and 40. Let's say this is 10 and 40. 10 and 40, what is the gap? 30. 30 can be divided by 10. 30 can be divided by 5. Basically go for the round numbers like this, 5 and 10. You can divide by 6 also. You can divide by 2 also. But come from the largest divisor. Again, 30 can be divided by 15 too. You have to just, in most of the cases, this representation what they give, it will be more convincing only. It will be more clear only. But in some cases, even in hurry, they can give some confusing things. At that time, you have to be careful. You have to understand the size of that particular candle. These are called as candles also. Okay, we can call them as candles, or these are bars. Yeah, you have to understand that one. Okay, fine. So there is no big difference between the line chart and the bar chart. It is simply like connecting the top of the bar, connecting the top of the pillar is nothing but our what? Line. That's it. You can just imagine one electric pole and the wire connected to it. That's it. These electric poles are nothing but our bar charts, and this wire which is on the head of the pillar is nothing but our line chart. There is no absolute difference between what? The line chart and bar chart. When you connect the tops of this one, this one, this is nothing but the line chart. Done? Sometimes in our charts, they don't have to necessarily start with 0. They don't have to start necessarily with 0. Let's say we have the let's say production of these cereals only. Maybe we'll be hovering between, let's say 450 metric ton, 480 metric ton, 490 metric ton, 500 metric ton. If you want to represent these things. If we start from 0, let's say I can mark 500 here. So these will be very closer to this one. No? So 250 will come here. Yeah. Then 300, 350, 400, 450, then 500 like this. So between these only, these will come. So usually they will not give like this. Maybe they will start with 400 here. Maybe they will start with 400 here. Then they will divide 410, 420, 430, 440, 450 like this. Okay. Or what they will do? They will start with 0, but they will break the axis. They will start with 400 here. Then they will go up to 500 here. So 0 to 400, they are discounting. 400 to 500, they are properly marking. Getting my point? Yes? So we have to be careful about all these things. Done? Can we go for a few problems? Yes? Yeah. A bar graph given below shows the sales of books. Shows the sales of books in thousand number. Sales of books in 1,000 number. From 6 branches of a publishing company. During 2 consecutive years, 2000 and 2021. So now, how many branches? Sorry, 2000 and 2001. Okay, how many branches are there? 1 publishing company, 6 branches. Yeah, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. And how many years? 2 years. So totally how many data we have? How many data we have totally here? 6 branches across 2 years. 6 into 2. How many? 12. So that should be in our mind. Now, spend around 20 seconds to see the chart. Analyze. Don't go in hurry. Okay? Don't jump onto the question. Try to analyze. So what they have given? B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. Sales in 1,000 numbers. What does that mean? When they say this 75 and 95, it is not just 75 books and 95 books. These are in thousands. If you start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if you write the chart up to 1000, then you cannot realize in one single paper. Yeah, that is why they are giving the units of 1000. So they are in 1000 units. 75 means 75,000, 95 means 95,000. That you should be. In hurry, we forget that it's 1000. That should be there in the mind. This 1000. That is the sales in thousands. Done. 12 data in thousands. Shall we solve the problems? Yep. What is the ratio of the total sales? What is the ratio of the total sales of branch B2 for both years to the total sales of branch 4 for both years? You are considering the total sale of branch 2 for 2 years with the sales of branch 4 in 2 years, and you are finding the ratio. Again, here you have to be careful because B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, they can be confusing. In hurry, instead of B2, you might read B1 or B3. Instead of B4, you might read B5 or B6. Okay, be careful there. Yeah. So first one B2, right? So first year 75, second year 65. Total is how much? 140, right? Coming to B4, what is the total? 85 plus 95, 180. 140 is to 180. 7 is to 9. Wow. You people have improved. Yes, 7 is to 9 quickly. Otherwise, I can even remember the earlier classes. After we write 140, 180, we'll be looking for my permission. Indirectly, you'll be asking me, what next? 0, 0 cancel. 2 7s are 2 9s are. Very good. 7 is to 9. If you are this much ready, then you can get 66. Not an issue. If you see the invigilator face there, 140, 180 has come. What to do next? Yeah. Total sales of branch 6, branch B6 for both the years is what percentage of the total sales of branches B3, sales of branches B3, okay, the total sales of branch B6 for both years is how much? Total sale for branch B6 for both years is how much? B6, both years, 150. So, instead of this line, write 150 there. You start total sales of branch B6 for both years. You underline it and write 150 there. So, 150 is what percentage of the total sales of branches B3 for both years? B3 for both years is how much? 205. So, they are asking what? 150 is what percentage of 205? Tell me what percentage? How do you calculate? You keep the the question mark here, then it will become what? 150 into 100 divided by 205. Now tell me, if this was 200, instead of 205, if it was 200, instead of 205, it is 200. Then what would have been the question? 150 is what percentage of 200? Close to 75%. 150 is 75% of 200. What does that mean? Our answer, 205, instead of 200, we are taking 205. That means we are slowly cutting from our 75%. So it is lesser than 75%, right? That should be the understanding. If the denominator is getting bigger, our value will decrease, right? So it is closer to 75, not 75. So it is less than 75. Look for those things. There 68.54 is there, 71.11 is there, 73.17 is there, 75.55 is there. Definitely 75.55 is not our answer. Now this is small part less. Small part less. So just to avoid the confusion, if you want to divide, like 150 into 100, that is 15,000 divided by 205. Anyways, here you should not keep on counting like 205 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Already you know the answer should be closer to 75. You directly go with 7 here. Already you know, right? It is closer to 75. Go with 7. So what it will become? 1435. What is the remainder? 65. And here 0 is there. Here 205, here 650. What should come here? 3s are. Here your what simplification ends. You don't have to calculate here and get the remainder, get half mark extra. Nobody will give you. So your answer should be more than 73. Your answer should be more than 73. So that is there in the option C. That should be your approach. Already you know the first digit, that is 7. Now you should struggle for only the second digit. That's it. Yes? Next, what is the average sales? What percentage of average sales of B1, B2, B3 in 2001? Here you have to be extra careful. You have to look for B1, B2, B3 only for 2001. 2001 is the second pillar here. Among these two pillars, second pillar is 2001. But since it is 2001, our mind will go for the first pillar because it is 2001. Our minds are made up like this. For 2001, our mind will go for the first pillar only. Okay, B1, B2, B3. Read the readings B1, B2, B3 for the second bar or for 2001. 105 plus 65 is how much? 170. 170 plus 110, 280. So instead of this place, what percent of the average sales of branches B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3, here, instead of all these things, you write 200 and I'll come to average. Yeah, total is how much? 2, 0. 280, right? Yeah. I'm not calculating average here. This is sum. How do you get the average? Divide by 3. Correct? I am not doing this step. I am trying to avoid this step. Why? I'll tell you next. Okay? This average of B1 and B2, B3 in 2001 is like what percentage? That means what percentage of the average? Okay, if you take the average, it is 280 by 3, right? What percentage of average of B1, B2, B3 in 2001 is equal to the average sales of B1, B3, B6 in 2000. So B1, B3, B6. Be careful, okay? Here there are a lot of chances of getting wrong readings. B1, B3, B6 in year 2000. So first bar. So B1 is 80, B3 is 95, 80 plus 95 is 175. Then B6, 70, 245. So this expression would become what percentage of this average is the average of this. Two? Correct? No? Yeah. What percentage of this is this? Why should I get a decimal here by dividing 3? Here also I am dividing by 3. I'll just cancel these, no? In both hand sides of the equation, I am taking average. That to average of 3 different branches. So let us not find out that. Why? I'll give a caution. By doing this, you will get one figure in what? One figure in decimal points. That too, what? Not terminating. So 280 by 3, you will get something in terms of 333333333. That is not the exact value of that fraction. Yes or no? Again here 245 by 3. It will be 81.66666666. When you take like some 0.333 here and here 0.666 here, your life will become hell. That is why keep the simplification until the last stage. Don't try to get anything in terms of decimal points until the last step. So this is the expression, right? What percentage of this average is this average? I am not going to consider this 3 at all, because anyways I am going to cancel in the next step. So finally the question boils down to what? What percentage of 280 is 245? What percentage of 280 is 245? Correct? So how do you calculate? Hundred into 245 divided by 280. 0, 0 get cancelled. Yeah. Then 2 14s are, 2 5s are. See if you can divide this by 7. 7 2s are, 7 3s are, and 7 5s are. 175 by 2. That is what? 87.5 percentage. 87.5 percentage. Yes, yeah. That is why I told, don't do that. You keep the simplification process for the last step. Don't get anything in terms of non-accurate decimals. It is going to spoil your fun. Yeah. Don't get anything in terms of decimal points unless it is a last step. Just keep it in fraction format only. You take that fraction and substitute. Then you will get the exact value at the end. Otherwise, it will be what? 87 point some other number here. So it will simply confuse you. So better you keep all the simplification for the last. Done? Yeah. What is the answer? 87.5. What is the average sales of all the branches in 1000 numbers for the year 2000? Average for 2000. First bar, that is blue bar here in your darker or lighter. Which is more darker? First one is more darker. Okay. So 80 plus 75, 155 plus 95, 250 plus 85, 335 plus 75, 410 plus 70, 480. Divided by how many? 6 branches, no? So 480 divided by 6 is 80. So answer is 80 here. Then total sales of branches B1, B3, B5 together for both years. B1, B3, B5 total sales, not average. B1 already you have calculated 185. No, we have not. Okay, 185. Then B3 205. So totally it is what? 390. Yes, 185 plus 205. That is 390 plus 170. 390 plus 170 is 560. 560 is the total. Done? Is it tough? Just you have to analyze how much time you require for such questions. And usually, in such data interpretation problems, 30% of the problems will be very easy, 30% problems will be moderate, and 30% of the problems will be tougher. If there are 3 questions attached with a problem in data interpretation, one problem is solvable by everyone without much time taken. One problem will take average time, and again, if people put efforts, they will get the answer very quickly. Third problem, 1/3 of the problems usually will have like a time consuming problem. They will be having the time consuming problem. So that you have to analyze. Do you have to do more mathematical operations? That you have to realize. Then you have to go further. Yes? Done? The bar graph given below shows the foreign exchange reserves of a country. Okay? The bar graph given below shows the foreign exchange reserves of a country in million US dollars. So all these are in million US dollars. So if you read 3,120 here, that is nothing but 3,120 million US dollars. Okay. For how many years they have given? How many data? 8 data. Yes, 8 data. Yes. So try to understand foreign exchange reserves. You have the idea of foreign exchange reserves, right? Yes or no? It should be more or less with a country. More. Yeah. In India, what is the condition right now? Do we have more foreign exchange reserve? We are in surplus. We are in positive or negative? Sure. But do we have too much? Yeah, too much foreign exchange reserve is also a problem. In economy, too much is also a problem. Too less is also a problem. So everything should be in right balance. Yeah. Yes or no? And there has to be some deficit also. Current of account deficit, there has to be some deficit so that we work, we produce more, we trade more. Yes or no? So like that, like economy should be always in balance. Inflation should be there or not? But not too much. Deflation up to some extent okay. Beyond that, difficult. Like that, in economy, always like there has to be a balance, basically. Yeah. Then, in usually the economic question, this is a bit off track to this data interpretation. Just this point arised. So that is why I am telling. In economy, since last 5 years, we are getting closer to 20-25 questions. Every year. 20 is like pakka. Sometimes you can, take some of the issues associated with development, maybe social development. You can put those questions under society also. But basically, we get good number of economic questions. And usually the questions will be of cause and effect. They'll give, if this happens, what will be the consequence? Or in the statement they will give, if the foreign exchange reserve raises, this would happen. They'll give. Actually, in economy, you take one cause, it will have multiple effects. You will have, for example, Ukraine war. It has multiple effects on our economy, right? Or global economy. In one or the other way. In one country, inflation might be a problem. In one country, deflation might be a problem. Yes or no? So, in economy, every cause has many effects. Sometimes it will go as a positive effect. After few cycles, it will come as a negative effect. So always our mind overthinks in economy. In economic questions, you will think like Amartya Sen. As if you have to, write research paper, and that research paper is going to be considered by Nobel. So he will think like that. For a simple, immediate cause and immediate effect. In 4 options, what is the most immediate one that you have to take? Getting my point? Otherwise, every option looks like, this is also possible. This is also possible. This is also possible. That is where your economy knowledge is very high. The people who have little knowledge, just like pointer, if this happens, this is the effect. If they have this clarity, they will score more in economy. The more analytical minds, more mining minds, they will make the question wrong in economy because they think too farther they will think. So everything appears the same. You can prove beyond the point, you can prove that this will also happen. You can prove actually. But in the examination, we want the immediate cause and the immediate effect. That's it. What is inflation? Price rise, right? So due to price rise, there are chances that, like the paying capacity of a person may reduce. Yes or no? So if income is not growing, he may come under debt. Yes? So he might take loan. See, all these chances are there, right? But what is the answer for our inflation? If the option is giving about price rise, tick that one. Don't link it to unemployment. Don't link it to bank rate. Don't link it to national income. Don't link it to growth rate. Don't link it to insurance policy. Don't do that. First option is there, no price rise, tick that one. That will be the most appropriate answer. Getting my point? So don't think too much in economy. This is the caution I wanted to give. Okay, so these are the exchange reserves, foreign exchange reserves of a country in million US dollars. Yeah, there's no other thing, like we can't romance with this chart. Yeah, we have to just go to the question. Yeah. The ratio of number of years in which the foreign exchange reserves are above the average reserves. They are asking something related to average reserves. What should we do here? First, we have to find out the average reserves. But keep this thing in mind. Suddenly, don't go out with your AK-47 for kill average. Let us wait. To those in which the reserves are below the average. So, we are finding the number of years in which the foreign exchange reserve was above the average and some below the average. We are going for the ratio. For that, we need average now. Now it is very clear that we have to find out average. Now you have to understand the time taken for this question. You have to add 8 data, then take the average, right? Okay, it is inevitable. Yeah, we have to go ahead for this calculation. So add all, or you don't want to add. You can skip this question. Never mind, skip this question. But my karma is to what? Teach every question. Yes? So, quickly, in all the data here, 0 is common. Try to keep that 0 in back of your mind and calculate. 264 plus 372 plus 252 plus 336. Don't write again in your this thing. I mean, if you are comfortable. But starting, you can do that. 2, 4, 6, 2, 8, 10, 10, 6, 16, 2, 18, 20, 24. And 1, 0, I am giving 2. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 7, 22 plus 6, 28. 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 10, 14, 17, 20, 22, 27. Correct? Total. No one is faster than me here. I am not your competitor at all. Okay. God has taken all my attempts. I am not your competitor. But take lesser time. Divide by how many years? 8. 8 threes are 8 fours are, then 8 threes are 24, then the 8 eights are, then 3480. Try to draw a line for 3480 here. 3480 somewhere in the middle of this one. Yeah. Now see, it is not at 3360, okay? Now see how many are above. First one is below, second one is above, third one is below, fourth one is below, fifth one is below. So only 3 are above. Yes or no? Year 92, 93, 96, 97, 97, 98. So those 3 years we have above average, right? So what should be the answer? 3:5. And here we have to be careful. We have to be careful. If our average line is coinciding with any of the readings. See 3480, let's say this 3360 is very close. Instead of 3360, if it was 3480, let's say, average is 3480 and this reading is also 3480. What should be our answer? How many are above and how many are below? Here, instead of 3360, if it was 3480, what should be our answer? How many are above and how many are below? This 3360 was considered as below, right? So we'll remove that one. But can you consider that above average? 3480, is it above 3480? So in that case, answer would have been 3:4. You have to be mindful of these things. Okay. More than is not equal to equals. Less than is also not equal to equals. You have to be mindful of that one because such scenarios are possible. Okay. When one of the readings is coinciding with the what? The average. Then you have to be a bit careful. Yes. Next question. The foreign exchange reserves in 97-98 was how many times that in 94-95? 97-98 is how many times of 94-95? So they are asking this 5040 is 5040 is how many times of what? 93-94, right? Sorry, 94-95. So you have to divide this by this. Yes or no? Should I teach this? Should I instruct this? No, right? Okay, this is how much times of this. So 5040 divided by 3360. 0 get cancelled. Then try to divide. So this can be divided by 4. Yeah, 4 126 za. Then 4 8 za. Then 4 4 za. Then 12 7 za. Sorry, not 12. 14 6 za. Then 14 9 za. Then 3 2s are and 3 3s are. 3 by 2. That is 1.5 times. 1.5 times. Yes, 5040 is 1.5 times of what? 3360. Done? Okay. Next. For which year the percentage increase of foreign exchange reserves over the previous year is the highest? Here what you have to do? You have to compare a year's foreign exchange reserves with the previous one and how much is the increase, that to the highest. First you have to see how many times there is an increase. You have to note all of them and you have to find the highest one. It also might take some more time. You have to understand this one. Yeah. Now see how many times there is a rise. How many times there is a rise? First, there is a rise. Yes or no? So first, that is 1991, 1992. Then, second rise is this. Third rise is this. Fourth rise is this. This is a fall. So 1 rise, 2 rise, 3 rise, and 4 rises we are taking. Yes. So the first rise, how much it has raised? How do you find the percentage? What is the raise here? From 2640 to 3720. How much is the raise? $1,080 is the raise. Yes or no? On the basis of what? On the base of? Yeah, what is the value of that? So this is our fraction. You can convert it into percentage. So to convert that, what should you do? Multiply by 100, no? But is this the end of our calculation? You have to compare with others, right? So let us not do multiply by 100 right now, because we have to do the same process for other options also. Then look at the next raise. Here, right? Raise. How much is the raise? How much is the raise? 840. On the basis of 2520. Correct? Next raise is this 3120 to 4320. How much? 1200 on the basis of 31. Next raise is 1200. Yes. Sorry. 720 divided by 43. Now, you have to multiply by 100 for everything. But that is simply redundant. No, why you want to do that? Why you want to multiply by 100 for each fraction? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you have to do it for everything. So better you get the sense of these fractions. In these fractions, find out which is the highest. Yes or no? And I have told you, when you are choosing the highest, try to discard the lowest first. Discard the lowest. So that is the best way. Go on discarding the lowest ones. In any of the fractions, how do you decide that this particular fraction is the least? For any fraction, for the same numerator, if the denominator has increased, will the value become less? For the same numerator, if the denominator has raised, for the same numerator. Let's say 1 by 2 was there. If it is becoming 1 by 3, the value is reducing? Yes or no? If 1 by 2 becomes 1 by 3, then value is reducing. So look for the fractions where the denominator is bigger. Among all these, which is the biggest denominator? This is the highest, no? Look for the smallest numerator. $720? Yes. So among all these fractions, this is the least. Can you conclude? Yes or no? Yeah. So this is not our competitor at all. Yes or no? You have gone for the biggest denominator and lowest numerator. Fortunately, they were coinciding. Yes. So what we have done? We have cancelled that. Then next, how to compare? Among these, which is the highest? 3120. And among the numerator, which is the lowest? 840. You cannot conclude. Among the denominators, which is the lowest? 2520. Among the numerators, which is the highest? 1200. So you cannot conclude. So we have to go for harder method now. We have to go for the harder method. Okay. Now check. Try to cancel these zeros. Try to cancel these zeros. Okay. Look at this one, 84 and 252. Is there any relation between 84 and 252? Yeah. Thrice of 84 is 252. Actually, if you go on dividing, this is what? 1 by 3. Check. If you want to check, you can check. You start from 2, 3, 6, 12, whatever. You will finally get 1 by 3. So we got a reference value that is 1 by 3. Check for this. This is 120 by 312. by 312. Its value is more than 1/3 or less than 1/3. Yeah, there can be only two answers. If it is not less, it has to be more, right? Very smart. So this is just like, bus might come or it might have left. Is there any relation between 3 and 312? If you multiply by 104, you will get this, right? To get the similar value, you have to multiply by 104. So what you will get? 104. But this is more than 104, right? So numerator is bigger, right? So among this and this, which is the highest? Among this and this, which is the highest? This one is highest, right? Because if you want to convert 3 to 312, this is 104 times, right? If you want to equate with the numerator also, you have to multiply by 104. So you'll get to 104. But it is more than 104. That is 120. So this value is more compared to this. So this is also gone. Next, 108 divided by 264. 108 divided by 264. Now you have to compare only these two. You can also cancel. Here, 12 nines are, 12 twos are, and 12 twos are again. This is what? 9 by 22. Similarly, here, 120. 12 tens are, then 12 twos are, and 12 sixes are. 10 by 26, or again do 5 by 13. So 5 by 13 here and 9 by 22 here. Try to just get the value. 9 by 22 into 100 if I do, it will become 900 by 22 if you want to find out the percentage. So 22, am I correct, or 22 fours are 88. Don't do further calculation, just keep it like this. Then for 5 by 13, 5 by 13 into 100, it would be 500 divided by 13. 13 fours are 52. It is more than that, right? So I have to go with, so which is more? There ends the matter. You don't have to find out 38 or 39 here, 41 or 42 here. There ends the matter. 9 by 22 is the highest. Yes. This is very cumbersome process. That is why whenever they are asking you to compare something, whenever they are asking you to compare across all the years, it will take more time. When they are asking you to compare some fractions across all the years or across few years, that is going to consume more time, mind you. Okay, fine? Yeah, is that fine? Yeah, what is the answer here? The first year, 1082, 1080 by 2640. So here we have the highest growth rate. Here we have the highest growth rate compared to all other growths. Yes. So here you don't have to unnecessarily calculate the percentage every time. It will simply kill your time. Just you have to compare depending upon the numerator and denominator. You have to use some common sense or the basic knowledge. Then you have to go on defeating the smaller one. Take the bigger one, compare it with others. Always go on defeating. If you do the otherwise, if you go on selecting the winner, it will be difficult. So defeat the loser, then take that and compare with the others. But these type of problems, that too when you are comparing the fractions, it will take more time inherently. You have to be careful there. So that particular question need not be taken in the first round. That can be always taken as the second round or third round question. Is that okay? Fine. But it is advisable for you to do all the calculations attached to the one big question at a time. Because when you come back, again you will read the entire question. Though you know the facts of this question, but your mind will pressurize you to read it again. So that is one worry we have, to keep it for second round or third round. It is better to solve all of them together then and there only. But again, it depends upon your skill and your temperament, how you are going to take this situation, whether to spend more time and solve this question then and there only, or keep this question for later, come back and solve. It is up to your skill. It is up to your temperament level. I don't force anything here. Okay. If it is an individual question, I would definitely tell, don't take this in the first round. You have to take it in the second round or third round. Done? Next. So what is the answer here? $92 to $93. Yeah. Next. The foreign exchange reserves in 1996 and 97. So what is the foreign reserves in 96, 97? Tell me the reading. 4,320? Yes? Yes or no? So 4,320 were approximately were, is, was, are, everything is same. These are B forms. Is, was, okay, are, were. All these are B forms. So you can put equal to mark. 4320 is approximately what percentage of the average foreign exchange reserves over the period under review. Over the period means how many years? 8 years, no? So 8 years average. Already we have found out, no? 3480 is the average. So they are asking, this is what percentage of the 3480? Calculate. This percentage mark is nothing but 4320 into 100 divided by 3480. 0 get cancelled. Then here 6 sevens and 6 twos. Here 6 fives and 6 eights. Then 2 29s and 2 36s. 3600 divided by 29. 3600 divided by 29. Ones are 29. Then 7 is the remainder, 70. 29 twos. Look at the answer which starts with 1, 2. Closer to 125%. Yes? That is the answer, no? Or is there any closer answer there? No, 125%. Yes? Yes or no? Are you hungry? Hungry? No, right? So 125%. What was the percentage increase in the foreign exchange reserves in 97-98 over 93-94? Percentage increase. So look at those two datas from 93-94 to 97-98. 2520 and here 5040. You have to tell me the answer. 2520 and 5040. What is the relation of these two? What is the relation of these two? Double, no? 5040 is double, right? What should be the answer? What should be the answer? So simple question. What should be the answer? A, B, C, D. Definitely D is not our answer, right? Yeah. What should be the answer? A, B or C? Sure, everyone? Everyone? If they ask, how much percentage of this is this? Then you can say 200%. But how much percentage increase? 100% increase. So double is always 100% increase. Double is always 100% increase. Done? Is that okay? Yeah. So how many questions have been done? 19 questions. We'll take one more and break for lunch. Same thing, no? It is based on same question or I have skipped something? Yeah. Okay, it is the same thing. Yeah. Question number 20 is missing. Repetition, 99, 20 are repetitions. Oh, 20 is there. No. Even in your paper also. Okay, 99, 19. Okay, okay. This is actually a 20th question. Okay, fine. 21 to 25. Refer the given diagram to answer the questions. Refer. Again, your power should what? Help you. 4 years, 97, 98, 99 and 2000. Yes. And quarterly data they have given. In each year there are 4 quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4. Quarterly profit of department store. Quarterly profit of departmental store. Okay. So 4 years into 4 quarters. So totally 16 quarters we have. Yes or no? Yeah. So even if you want another 5 minutes to, or sorry, 5 seconds to look at the beauty of the data or beauty of the chart, you can take. No problem. 5 to 10 seconds. Yeah. Shall we go to the questions? Approximately, what was the actual profit made by the departmental store in the second quarter of 1999? This is just recognition, okay? Just look at it and tick it. Second quarter of 1999. Here, your visual ability they are checking. So whether we will go to 99 properly and quarter 2. So here, right? And also they have mentioned the absolute number also. If only the chart was given, it would have been more fun. Yes or no? They have given the number also. Sometimes this much easy you can get. You don't have to wonder. Okay, fine. If I was the examiner, I wouldn't have given the what? The readings of that, because I wanted you to recognize this is 160. Yeah. Next. In which of the following quarters did the departmental store make the least amount of profit? Same thing. Least amount. Rather than looking here in the values, you go for the chart and look for the lowest quarter. Which is the lowest quarter? The first quarter of 1998. Yes? So what is the value? 65. Then you check whether that value is the least. So that is how the charts would help you. Without reading the number also, you will come to know which is the highest and which is the lowest. Yes? So 65. So first quarter of 1998. Next. So answer is D. Then during the period of 1998 to 2000, how many quarters exceeded the profit of rupees 150 lakhs? This is good question. How many times more than 150? Draw the line, you know. Already the line is drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What about this? First quarter of 2000. Are you going to consider it? No, because that is equal. You cannot consider under more. You cannot consider under less. You can consider under only equal. And even you can consider it under not more and not less. You can consider under equal. You can consider under not more and not less. But you cannot consider that under either more or less. Done? So what they are asking? So how many quarters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 quarters, that is answer A. In the year 2000, total profit made by the departmental store was approximately, you have to do the sum. Add 150, 180, 330 plus 210, 540 plus 230, 770. Thank God they have not given the total of that also. Yeah. So answer is 770. Last. The total annual profit made by the departmental store increased by approximately what percentage from 97 to 2000? So compare 97 total to 2000's total. 97 total is how much? Quickly. 240 plus 160, 400. And already you have made the total of 2000, yes or no? You have to remember that. 400 here and 770 there. So almost close to 100% increase. But find out the difference. That is 370 divided by 400. And if you want, you can multiply by 100. You can multiply by 100. So 0, 0 get cancelled. 0, 0 get cancelled. 4 by 370. 4 9s are. 4 2s are. Then 0.5. 92.5. Or you can just close your answer when you get the reading as. Did I make any mistake? This is 770, right?
What? 87 year. 87 year departmental stores program. What?
410, na? Okay, so this will become what? 370 divided by 410. So the value should come below 90. So into 100. 0, 0 get cancelled. So this is 3700 divided by 41. Correct? Divided by 41. So 9s are, can you do? 369, no? Yeah. So 360, so 3600 divided by 41. You cannot divide by 9. You have to divide by 8. Now look at the answers. 88 is there, no close, no closer contender. Yes, so 88%, or it is lesser than 90%. Approximately 90%, but lesser than 90%, 88%. So we'll go for lunch here. We'll come back at 2 o'clock. Half an hour for lunch, 15 minutes for nap. I don't want anyone to sleep in the next session. Okay, we'll meet at 2 o'clock.